Welcome to Chat and Chill. My name is Sean and I'm here to chat. Hey yo, what's up everybody? Hopefully y'all doing well. I am doing great. Oh my goodness, we are in the month of August. I start school in a couple of weeks. Time is flying, time does not stop. But here we are, we getting into it. Today I'm going to talk about overthinking. So what is overthinking? Overthinking is when your mind keeps looping, replaying things, doubting yourself, and you're trying to control situations that you can't. And I really believe that it does steal your peace and it makes you question everything. I personally had a really huge problem with overthinking. I know that there are a lot of other people who are in the same boat as me that overthinks as well. That is like, oh my goodness, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? How am I presentable? Do I look good? It's like all these thoughts are racing in my mind. I believe a lot of times what you endure, what you go through, really changes your perspective in life. And I definitely can say for sure, me personally, it has. I could definitely say when I was in school, from elementary, middle, high school, I had people to talk to. I had friends, I had acquaintances, but I didn't feel as though I was connected. So even though I did talk, I did have conversation, I wasn't really connected. I really didn't build that strong relationship as like a friendship, like a close knit friendship. Like I did talk to people, but in my mind, I didn't think that I was capable enough to be a good friend. So that's where I was. I really enjoy people presence. I enjoy having conversations with other students, but I definitely know for sure I really drawed to talking to older adults, whether if it was a teacher, a mentor, a therapist, the counselor. I will always draw to those type of people. Eventually, me being in high school, I had the amazing opportunity to go to community college. And I had to shift my mindset and I prayed. I was like, Lord, please change my mind. Let me not be so secluded in my mind to where I think that other people know me because that's where my mind was. I thought that people knew me already. So how I interacted with other people, it wasn't going to work. They wasn't going to vibe with me because they already knew me in a sense where I did not give myself a chance for them to understand me with me introducing myself. And I think that's another point I want to mention. I did not, what's the word I'm trying to say? I did not initiate the conversation. I always waited for someone else to start the conversation. I remember going into community college and I was like, Lord, I need your help because I need some people that's going to encourage me to help me out. And I'm so grateful that he came through with helping me find people that I was able to connect with and I was able to talk to. Even though, like I said, I had people I can talk to, I didn't really grow that close connection, that close bond. So I remember I had this music class I was taking in the fall for my first semester of me being a dual enrollment student. And there were two people. One person name was Gloria. Second person name was Brandon. I at the time did not have my music book because we were gathering all our materials to get what we needed for class. But at the time I didn't have it. So I had to ask Brandon and Gloria, do y'all have the book? So I'm overthinking the situation because Gloria and Brandon was definitely having a conversation. And I had to butt in like, oops, excuse me, my bad. And I was like, in my mind, it was insane. I'm like, oh my goodness, what did they think of me? And I was just so ashamed. And I was like, I cannot believe I butt into the conversation. And it was perfectly fine. And I believe it's good to have people who are willing to help you through your process because it's difficult, especially when you're overthinking everything. Like, is this right? Is that right? Am I doing this right? Am I saying this right? Am I conveying my message right? Am I doing everything I need to do? They have really helped me Now, with me going into college, or like I said, me moving forward to going into a new college or a new space, that me being social has really changed. I believe it's so funny because I tend to see myself in situations where I was socially awkward, and not in the sense of like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It was more so like I wanted to talk to you, but I did not know how to convey it. I was always overthinking. And that's why I said my mindset was when I met someone new, I already thought they knew me before I even met them. So all of the things that I've experienced with growing up and being misunderstood by other students, the ones that really didn't understand me, and how I saw myself wasn't really positive. So I had to go out of my comfort zone to work it out and figure it out. And I'm so glad for all the people I've met. You have Brandon, we have Gloria, we have Dasani, we have Jaheim, we have Anthony, we have who else we have? Bejor, we have Shakira. I met all these amazing people. I just have a whole list of people. Naming all got names. But I'm super grateful for them because they really helped me. And I really saw the change, especially with my senior year of high school. I was trying to gain more of relationship with people. And the thing about me is that I love to talk, but sometimes I have nothing to say. So that's why most times when I talk to people or like I say hello, say goodbye, is more so I really have nothing to say. I try to find something to talk about, or sometimes I think it's like weird and awkward, but I'm moving forward. I'm moving past that part. What helped me, I can't, like I said, I already mentioned what helped me with prayer, asking God to help me in those areas of my life, and also having people who saw where I was and helped me out to say, Sean, it's okay. And I remember this one particular day, we were at, like, I was like, we were in a group with, it was a group of us. And one day I asked the group, can y'all help me talk to other people? So we went around the school, and Brandon knew all these people. I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, let me go with him because he know these people. And there was another guy, his name is Max, and he was, when I tell you he was really social, he was social. He talked, he introduced himself, he was kind, and he was just himself. And I was like, wow, I wish I could be like that. And not in a sense where it was toxic. It was like, wow, I'm really inspired to see somebody just be themselves and they did not care. Like, they really did not care. And that's where I wanted to be. I'm so grateful for having people in my life, like my mom, my dad, and all my other family who has really changed my life for the better. I can definitely say they have been a major help in my life. I also believe with me going to college, I had to purposely go on social media. And okay, so let me explain this to you. I went on social media, and there's like an app that you get to follow other people depending on what college you go to. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. What college you go to, you get to follow the people and you get to talk to them to say, how are you? Or just to introduce yourself. So for me, I definitely did that. I went on the app, typed in, well, I didn't really type in the people name. I just introduced myself and told them who I was. My name is Sean. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today? That was my start. Now, I'm like I said, I'm already overthinking a conversation or overthinking a situation. I'm like, oh my goodness, are they going to respond? So that's where I had the confidence. Me texting people, I had the confidence to hit the send button. Because a lot of times you don't want to hit the send button, but I had to hit the send button because if I didn't hit the send button, then they wouldn't know who I was. So now I have made some good relationships with people already. And I'm super excited about going into the fall because now I know where I'm at. And if anybody is dealing with overthinking, I pray that God will give you strength. I pray that you will find an outlet, having people who is caring, who is loving, who is considerate of who you are as a person, and to not dim your light because of that one circumstance. Because I understand how you feel. I understand what you had to go through to get to where you are. It's a process. And I know for me, when I was taking public transportation, I was nervous. I was scared. I'm like, I can't look nobody in the eye. I can't say hello. And even there are times, I'm not sure if y'all experienced this, but like, you know how you go and you see other people on the block or in the store? It can be anywhere. And you want to say hello, but then you're like, you know what, let me hold back. And that was exactly where I was, especially when it came to talking to new people. I would love to interact and I would be like, hi, how are you? But I was like, nope, let me not do that. Or I would want to, I would just like, I just had this awful thing where I used to stare at people and not say a thing because I wanted to interact, but I was just too nervous. So I'm telling you today, push yourself, even if it's uncomfortable. I understand. I know I went through it. But like I said, just try and try your best. Like I said, have people that are in your corner to back you up. If you need a friend that you are close with, that you know, that know other people, try to talk it out. Try to explain to them what's going on. Because a lot of times when you don't express your feelings or you don't let them know, they wouldn't know. Especially, I love this saying, closed mouths don't get fed. A lot of times we look at the situation in the circumstance like, okay, I can do it by myself and I got it and I'm all right. But sometimes you need to have those people to guide you and have that in your life. Thank you for listening to Chat and Chill with Sean. If you enjoyed the episode, please follow, leave a review, and don't forget to share it with a friend. New episodes drop every Thursday, so be sure to stay tuned. You can listen to Chat and Chill with Sean on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and all major platforms. Don't forget to follow me on social media at The Official Sean for all the latest updates. Thanks again for listening. I love you, Jesus loves you more, and have a great day. Peace out. Bye.